10 universities in the world, according to perhaps a ranking that I read in 2020. But coming back to education and innovation, one interesting fact is that America's founding or independence, one interesting fact is the founding fathers. So they have a number of founding fathers. I forgot how many now, maybe 5. And most of them are lawyers, but and there's one that I've just read a book. I think his autobiography or biography of this famous man, the founding father. His name is Benjamin Franklin. And even in his time in the 18th century, about 250 years ago, Benjamin Franklin is a reputed scientist. He invented numerous things, numerous devices. And I mean, just to give you a background, that the love of learning, education, scientific discovery has its roots in the history of the founding of the United States of America. But obviously America, but I'm trying to just focus on this point, education and innovation. They've gone through many struggles. For example, in the 19th century, they have a civil war. When Abraham Lincoln was president, the anti-slavery movement, Confederate states in the South that wanted to keep slaves, and in the North, they are anti-slavery. And then the movement for racial equality, Martin Luther King, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, that was in the 1950s and 1960s. So these are fairly recent events. It is amazing that really America in the 50s until the 60s, there's still a lot of racial segregation, racial discrimination, and really in less than perhaps 60 years, America has changed. I'm not saying that there's no racial segregation and discrimination in the States today, but the fact of the matter is, 13 years ago, they elected President Barack Obama. That has a very interesting name, very close to Osama bin Laden, Osama. And then Saddam Hussein. I think Obama's middle name is Hussein because he has a father, or Kenyan father, African American. I think he came from Kenya, married a white woman. Obama's mother was white American, and he served for 2 terms. In fact, I think that really, if you look back at in the recent history, 50 years or so, I would rate Barack Obama highly, although I don't think he's one of the greatest presidents of the United States. But coming back to education and innovation, so really these colleges develop into world-class education institutions, and very soon in the Industrial Revolution and so on, they major in scientific discovery, scientific innovation. And you know that really to have another 100 years leap or so, you have the Bill Gates, the Steve Jobs that founded Microsoft and Apple respectively, and personal computing. Basically, I think in the 20th century, I would name personal computing as the device, the greatest vehicle of modern day transformation. I do not think we can understand the modern world unless through the eyes of the use of modern day computer. Then you have the software, Windows 95, and then the Apple revolution that carries on until today. I mean, these are the biggest companies in the States. Apple has reached 2 trillion US dollars. 2 trillion. 2 billion US dollars. And they are almost like the top, I think 10, I think. Only 7 or 8 world's economies have, in terms of monetary terms, have a greater capitalization than just this one company, Apple, which is incredible. I think they double, from 1 trillion to 2 trillion. I think that took them only like 5 or 6 years. So that is the power of scientific innovation. They produce products that are desired, that are wanted by worldwide consumers. The iPhones, the iPads, their laptops, their computers, and many things beside. Really, that's an incredible scientific discoveries in the United States of America. So finally, with the love of learning, the method of open inquiry, critical thinking in most modern Western universities, especially in the States, that leads to new discoveries, new inventions, marked improvement in the quality of life. And now you have the great giants of Tesla, electric car, which is now the richest car company. Within 15 years, they've overtaken Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, General Motors, and all these big companies in the United States. And it's due to the scientific discovery, the love for knowledge of new inventions. For example, Elon Musk. I conclude this car vlog by just mentioning Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla. He was born in South Africa, and then I think he went to live with his mother, a Canadian. I think the parents separated, and he became a Canadian citizen. But in his teenage years, I think he started study in a Canadian university. But he realized in his teenage years, he had to go to America to be able to do what he wants to do. PayPal, this SpaceX, he has sent rockets, spaceships into orbit and so on, and back and forth. This is Elon Musk. And people asked him, how did you manage to gain knowledge to do these things, to build a rocket, a spacecraft? And Elon Musk's answer is, I read books. I read books. This is amazing. And I think any nation that takes a positive view of what makes America great, first, the respect of the rule of law. Second, the love of learning, education, and scientific innovation should also follow the same path. If they really want scientific advancement, and prosperity that flows from it happens in their own nation. So thank you for watching and listening. God bless you.